just finished packing up another van load. And with that, check out the state of the Lego room. We got the Star Destroyer, some of the medieval Mills plates, Cloud City, the brickhead displays, the top of the Eiffel Tower, Santa, long piece of train track. I can fit that in the van actually. Some armies, the Wizard's Tower, Millennium Falcon, some flowers, miscellaneous stuff, the wood from the tables, AT-AT Walker, the Eiffel Tower base, ski hill, mansion, Death Star, some stuff on the wall here, the YouTube play button, and that's it. I'm thinking the rest of this will probably fit in one van load. Not too bad at all. This place is empty. It's pretty wild, pretty cool to see actually. So I hope to get this place completely emptied in the next upload, but for now we're gonna head to the studio, unload the van, and then make some changes. Ooh, my body's starting to hurt from all this moving here. I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, my legs, my back, my shoulders, my arms. Been doing a lot of lifting, a lot of moving, a lot of stairs. It's good to get a little workout once in a while though, that's for sure. So I actually brought over this load last night. And then I watched the hockey game with Kevin. Oh, the poor LA Kings, they got a shellacking last night. Oh, that was a nice hockey game. That was awesome. In between the periods, I was able to take care of some organization and some stuff upstairs. And I didn't move any of this stuff. So it's all still sitting here. So I brought the last Billy cabinet that I have in my possession, and that came from my garage. And I need to haul that upstairs because the other day when I set up the Billies behind my desk there, I used one that accommodated the Batwing. It's got like a specialized shelf, so I want to swap that out. And then I'm going to listen to the comment section, and I'm going to move the location of the computer tower. I'm going to bring it down low so you can't actually see it, and it'll make it look more consistent up there and give us more space for Lego. I also want to address some concerns from the comment section from the last few videos. And then I've got to move all this stuff here. I've got to clear a path, and I've got to start unloading a bunch of these totes and add them to the horde of Lego in the middle of the room. It's pretty wild. I also brought these shelves here, but I'm a little bit disappointed. I thought they were all the same thickness, but it turns out I've got half at 5/8 thickness and half at 3/4 inch thickness. So there's two different thicknesses, which bothers me because I wanted to put these on top of my parts. But if I do that, I think the shelves should all be the same thickness. Man, it's looking pretty messy up here. Don't worry, I'm moving right now. It's not a big deal. I know it looks chaotic, as per the comment section. I know it's disorganized, but I'm moving. You gotta remember, like, I'm bringing van loads every day, 2-3 van loads. I don't have time to set everything up perfectly right now. I'm working on it, but just give me a little bit of time, all right? We're only a week into this move. I think I've accomplished a lot in a week, and I think it looks pretty good for the first week. And some people have been saying that it looks very cluttered up here. I just want to let you know that this right here is not cluttered. I mean, sure, it's a work in progress and there's a lot of stuff everywhere, but it's not cluttered. There is a lot of room for activities in here, like a lot. Like this place is wide open, man. Like it is not cluttered. But here's the shelves. We've got the 3/4 inch on top. And after some trial and error, I've decided that, I need to get new shelves cut because this doesn't look very good at all. I've got like this old used one here. It's been recycled through so many different Lego rooms. I think this actually originated in the original Lego room. And I'm just gonna go get, I think, 3 8-foot lengths and then cut one of them. I think they're like $12 or $15 each and just make this look perfect. So rather than using the scraps that I have from my wood pile, I'm just gonna go get some new shelving. Why do I wanna put the shelving on top of the parts? Well, that's just because the tops of the part bins aren't like smooth, whereas this makes it nice, smooth, and level. So when I put stuff on there, it's all presented nicely. And if I ever choose to put sets on top of the parts, like I used to have in the Lego room, such as the Disney Castle, Rivendell, Hogwarts Castle, Tower of War Thank, etc., well, then I can do that because it's just nice, smooth, solid surface, and I can put sets on there. So if I ever run out of display room from these shelves or from the shelves that are right below us, then I have a nice option of displaying cool Lego sets right there as well. Now I want to address another concern. I've read about 150 comments in regards to the UV light that is coming through the windows and damaging my Lego and Lego boxes. I know, it's a tragedy. No! I know, I'm aware. I've read all 150 comments and I am aware that there is UV light coming through. I am fully aware that there is light coming through the windows. You don't have to point that out. I am very aware of that. And I want to solve that problem. I've already been weighing options in the past, in the previous 15 videos about this place. I've been weighing the curtains from IKEA. I've been weighing the roller shades. I've been weighing in tinting the windows or blacking them out altogether. What I could do is go get some 1/4-inch melamine cut to the exact size of these window frames, and I could literally just black these windows out with 1/4-inch melamine, but then no sunlight is going to be coming through. I could tint the windows, or I could put roller shades in there, or I could put the cheap IKEA little sticky ones in there. There are so many different things that I could do, and I just haven't decided what I want to do yet. But believe me, you can rest assured that eventually I will be blacking out the windows so that I can live like a vampire with no sunlight in the studio. You don't need to stress about it, okay? If you're stressing about it, don't worry about it. It's my Lego, I'll do what I want. You don't need to get stressed about my Lego having UV damage. If you want to worry about your Lego having UV damage, yes, you can worry about it. But don't worry about mine, because eventually it will be protected from the UV light. Don't worry, it's all good. I've read all 150 comments and I am fully aware that there is UV light coming through the windows. I'm sorry to get a little bit heated there, but when you read 150 comments saying the exact same thing, you start to get a little bit frustrated. Yeah, although I do appreciate your positive comments. Negative comments, you can leave those to yourself, okay? For example, somebody the other day was like, you suck at interior design. Like, straight up, you suck. This looks ugly. It's like, yeah, you can leave that to yourself because I like it, and that's all that matters. Hey, I managed to build this yesterday, and this is the Alex unit that I've been meaning to build for quite some time. But after I built it, I was pissed off at IKEA. They changed the design. So I've built, what do I got, 3 of these? They changed the design, and this is not as good. Look at it. Why is it doing that? So these ones here are the old ones, and they're pretty much just like right on the floor. There are a couple of feet that are safely secured, I believe. I've never had to worry about the feet on the bottom of it. But this one, the feet are like these really, really poor designed like little sticky things. And look at that, 2 of them have already fallen off. What the heck? Like, this is the worst. What? That doesn't even stick. They fell off immediately. I put this thing together, I stood it up, and they fell off. How annoying is that? They don't even offer like screws to punch through these things, so now I've got to come up with either a custom solution of building my own little feet, or I've got to grab some screws and screw them into the bottom here, because without those feet, they don't match up with the height of the other cabinets, nor the Adil's legs. Why did they change that? That's terrible. These are just wickedly bad. No. But now that I have this built, I can actually put it right here, free up these legs, and then I can fill in another table there because I'll be able to use these legs on that side where I don't have another unit. And this one here is just going to go right up against this cabinet, which I brought in the last load. And that has all my supplies in it. So I finally have access to all my supplies again. Camera equipment and train remotes and cables and all this different stuff. So I was able to bring in this cabinet, which was important to me just because it has a lot of the supplies that I need. And I built an additional cabinet and we'll be able to fix the table situation. Speaking of table situation, I am running behind. It is 10:54 and my Whatnot stream starts in 1 hour and 6 minutes and I am not prepared for that at all. I've got to number my bags, got to set up the table, got to make all the listings, got to get everything fully set up here. So I should probably do that. For some reason, I didn't prioritize that last night because I was watching hockey and building cabinets and trying to clean up my mess, but I've just got like so much going on. Like, I'm trying my best here to make this place look as clean and presentable as possible as quickly as I possibly can, but I'm a one-man show, man. I'm doing absolutely everything. I'm editing, I'm filming, I'm hauling, I'm loading, I'm unpacking, I'm packing, I'm here, I'm watching hockey, I'm doing it all. I'm doing it all as quickly as I possibly can, and now I've got to get ready for the stream. You know what I've learned though? Sometimes I take like feedback and critiques a little bit too seriously. And I'm sorry for that, everyone. I just like, I get so passionate about, you know, the way things look here, and I have like this vision and I get so excited about these ideas. And then when people say, oh, you suck at interior design, or oh, that looks terrible, or oh, it looks like a cluttered mess, why would you do that? It's just like, I take that seriously because my goal here is to make something that I like, but also to make something that people enjoy and that people, you know, the audience, everyone watching the videos likes to watch as well, and sort of, you know, when they watch the video, they get a warm, fuzzy feeling about that place. Oh, it's so cool, and whatever it may be. So my mission is to try and make it so that I love it, and also make it so that everyone else loves it too. So I try to listen to as many ideas and all the feedback, or as much as I possibly can, to try and make it look epic. But I personally am a huge fan of these shelves. I think these shelves look killer back here with all the cars on them. And a lot of people don't feel that way. But ultimately, I mean, it is my studio, so it doesn't really matter in the end, but I do want to try and make, you know, I want to try and take everybody's opinion into account. But the only thing that I could do to try and improve my way and try and, you know, prove to people that my ideas are pretty cool and that stuff actually looks pretty neat is by proving it with actions, really. So just like the act of doing things and then showcasing the end result. But I definitely don't want to lock these silly heads back here. That's for sure. Those silly heads do not belong behind this cabinet. But I can use these shelves, the bottom portion of the shelves, as storage. So for example, if I do have some ugly boxes or silly heads or things that don't look awesome, then of course I can just cycle that stuff and put it under these shelves and swear at these little feet on the bottom of this Alex unit that I don't like. Not a good design. There we go though. Now that is dealt with, and eventually I'll get this entire place cleaned up, and eventually I'll get some more Alex units and stuff too, so that this looks all consistent and nice and it's all clean all the way along. But for now, I've got to try and figure out how to get this stream set up. After wrapping up my whatnot stream, I decided to tidy up a little bit. It's not perfect yet, but I think it looks pretty good. I don't know what I'm going to do with this sit-stand desk. I don't know where it's going to go. I want it here because I think it's going to be super convenient for building Lego, because you can sit or stand. Maybe you're just going to stay right there, I don't know, on the back side of the couch. I don't really know where it's going to go. I wish it could move. I wish it had wheels on the bottom. Maybe I'll have to look into getting some heavy-duty miniature casters for the bottom of it. That'd be pretty cool if it could move around. But yeah, I think it looks pretty neat and tidy in here. And I've mentioned this in the past, actually, when I originally got this place. The idea was to have a nice, clean, presentable Lego city down here, and then to have the shelving rooms below, and to have those all very clean and presentable. Then I always said, my hoard, my mess, the place where I can just do whatever I want is going to be up here. So this is going to be like where the mess is and where all the action happens, and then down there is going to be where it's all displayed. So yeah, I do expect that this area will get a little bit messy from time to time because I've got to take on different tasks. I've got to do sorting up here. I've got to ship a bunch of orders. Like I got to ship 63 orders. In order to do that, I need, you know, envelopes out. I need a big box of envelopes. I need boxes. I need the minifig trays. I need to have all this stuff set up. I need the packing tape and the printer and all this different stuff. And I need to set up different workstations in order to accommodate different circumstances, and that's why I'm a huge fan of the wheel tables. And I want to get probably one more wheel table so that I can just wheel these tables around, and I can change the environment to accommodate whatever I'm doing. For example, when I'm building a large module, whatever it may be, I'm going to need one of these tables completely empty to build on there, and then I need another table to actually, like, you know, swamp parts while I'm building something. So that's sort of why I want to leave this place open and not have it cluttered, just so I can sort of change the environment to accommodate all these different situations that I'm going to be in as I move forward with my sort of internet-based business, right? You're probably wondering, what's up with the random selection of sets? I've got Darth Vader's TIE Fighter Advance, and then there's Elsa's Frozen Ice Castle, the B-Wing, the Hogwarts Express, and all sorts of just random stuff up here. Well, some of these got damaged during transport, so the other night I was bringing them up here and just repairing them, so that's why they're up here. They're definitely not going to remain here, but as I fix them, I just pop them back up on the counter here for safekeeping. Oh yeah, and did you notice another change here? I swapped up the shelf. So this one used to have the vertical shelf with the bat wings, so I brought that one downstairs. I brought this one up, and I've just got to decide what I'm going to put on that shelf. I also moved the computer tower down. It's lifted up off the ground there at least. I might even lift it up a little bit more just because I'm concerned about dust going into the computer. I guess if I clean it once in a while, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, I concealed that down there, and now I can fill this shelf full of Lego as well. Although I want to build that display, and I want to go downstairs and unpack all of those boxes full of Lego so I can get ready for putting them onto the shelves, I've got to ship 63 parcels. So I better continue doing that. This might actually be cool to observe from afar. This is how I do my whatnot shipping. So I locate whatever figures are on order, and I, of course, grab those figures, which should be in sequential order in my boxes here, and then I very simply pop them into a mailer, seal the mailer, edit the shipping dimensions so that they're accurate. And while that's saving, I tape up the envelope, and then I hit generate label while I'm taping up the envelope because there's loading time between everything. Once that's up, I print the labels on my thermal printer. Bam, spits out the label. Personally autograph the label, put today's date, April 27th, 2024, I'm pretty sure. Throw out the backing of the label, bomb it in the pile, move on to the next one. So essentially got to do that for every single one. It takes longer depending on what you're shipping. Obviously sets take longer, or if it's like a higher value minifig, I usually put it in a box, or if it's like a big bulky minifig, then I'll pop it into a box. So for example, this is my box here. It actually makes it easier because I have my label on the system pre-entered for this box, which is your standard box of 6 by 4 by 4. Slap some paper in the box, label's ready to go. Print only the even pages because I just need the label. Label prints out. Tape up the box. Sign it. This probably takes the longest, just signing it and dating it. Once it's signed and dated, slap the label on the box. Good to go. Everything's just sort of like right here in my working space. And that's just, once again, what I like, because I could just make this area become whatever I need it to be. Before, Mrs. Bricksie and I would be like doing this like in our living room, and it sucked. Like, it sucked. We did it in like the little computer room in the hallway of our house, and now like we actually have space to be doing this, so it's pretty awesome. It definitely makes things a lot easier. And I I'm excited because I finally get this workplace where I can actually function. And there's like so much space for all the different activities that I do. Because this channel has evolved into, or this business I should say, has evolved into a lot more than just like video editing and uploading and stuff. It's now a lot more custom builds, and there's a lot of shipping and all these different things that I have to do. So I'm just happy that this area can be adapted to meet the needs of whatever I'm doing. That one didn't need a signature, so that's awesome. But yeah, there you go. That's just how quickly I can ship things. I've got it down to a science. And I always base the box size and envelope size or whatever it may be off the value of the figures, where they're going, and also just like, once again, the size of the figures. Like right here, we've got an OG Slave Leia and a Darth Vader with no arm print detailing. They're pretty high values, so they're gonna go in a box with some paper, taped up safely, and labeled cleanly. I always make sure that I have like the right packing supplies, just because it makes it so much faster. So like if you're gonna sell things on the internet, I've learned that it's definitely worth having the right packing supplies, not like reusing recycled boxes and stuff like that, just because it takes so long to like peel the labels off, find the right size box, etc., etc., etc. For example, these little boxes here, I think they nearly cost $1 each, but it's totally worth it. I've got some exciting news, everybody. The IKEA shelves arrive tomorrow. That's why I was sort of hoping to unpack all of this stuff, like out of these totes, get everything unloaded, but I just didn't get around to it today. It's already 9:34 p.m. here on Saturday. I just finished packing up all those shipments and getting them all dealt with. So it took me 9.5 hours to do all that stuff. Plus before that, because the stream started at 12, I was cleaning up and preparing for that. So 12 hours to get all this done, which I guess isn't too bad because I think it looks pretty awesome up here now. I was able to clean up a bunch, and oh, I love these big open spaces, or like this big open space right here. It's awesome. So I'm glad that I was able to get all the shipping done and I was able to clean up. I still wasn't able to place the Lego on that shelf there, but I think I was able to build that cabinet and get the other cabinets sorted and organized, and just slowly but surely get this place put together. Oh yeah, I also emptied a huge Lego bag, which was just sort of under there, not looking very good at all, and that was full of the IKEA stuff, and I put that on the shelving units there just to try and tidy this place up. And I think I'm gonna pitch it to Jose that maybe if we get a babysitter this week, she can come here and help me out, and we can go through all of these boxes and try and reduce that mess as best we can. That would be nice. Get rid of all that. It doesn't look good at all. That's like the one area where I'm really not happy with. Like I'm not happy with that at all. The drawer units under here I can live with because that's like parts overflow. And I think they look better than that mess over there. So maybe I can put some of the stuff that's in those boxes in here, and then eventually replace all this with cabinets would be ideal. Well, yeah, there we go, everybody. That's really about it for the day. I am exhausted. Got a little bit of a headache going here. And the last thing I need to do is edit and upload this video, and then I'll be home by midnight. So that's what a 9 a.m. till midnight day looks like, 15 hours on the ground. But it's all for a greater good. I want to get this place looking pristine and looking amazing as quickly as possible, and keep the operation, like the channel and the Whatnot streams and all this different stuff going at the same time while watching the Oilers smolder the LA Kings. I feel like I need sunglasses for this place. I regret not getting dimmers installed. Dimmers would be nice. I think what I'm going to do is get some secondary lighting So for example, if I just had a couple lamps up here, I could turn a couple lamps on. If I had a lamp over there and a lamp over here, and then I can just turn the lamps on and turn these lights off. Secondary lighting might be the key here. Just because it's so bloody bright. These things are like, they're like right up there, which is good for when I'm filming reviews and stuff, but like for when I'm just like chilling for long periods of time, it becomes a bit much. I'm like right there, the light is like 2 feet away from my head, so I gotta try and figure out a solution for that problem. You don't notice it if you're in here for like 4 hours, but when you're in here for like 12 hours, you're like, I'm getting blinded here. Yeah. That's really about it, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if I got a little bit ranty in some of the parts of it. Just note that I'm trying my best here, and I look forward to the future. I think it's going to be pretty amazing. I can't wait to start developing the shelving and also developing the Lego City tables and then building those displays. Peace out.